1600 satellites for purposes are SPC and others. There is this huge fear that students say that DILR 4-set intersection and all has been asked. Yes, it has been asked once, and we will see it in the forthcoming CAT DI discussions. We'll see a 4-set that is asked. But that was so very easy that everything could be filled in. If you were even remotely aware of what the 4 Venn diagram picture looks like, how do you represent it, that set could have been done. So don't go for very weird sets, students. Here, this is not a 4-set Venn diagram. Because the immediate next line says a satellite can serve multi-purpose, however, satellite serving B or. Now this word or people don't understand, and or has to always be thought of as set theory. Or means this, or both also, or all three also, or any two also. So basically or is a union. Now we have spent that a lot of time. So any union over that does not serve O. In fact, you know O. So this is going to be, so what is the purpose of O? One should find it, and this is what CAT does. It puts in a very small spanner somewhere, and you start wondering what is happening there, right? Anyways, let's continue. So the following facts are known. The number of satellites serving DCS, not exclusively, are 2:1:1. So we come back to our circles, name the circles, don't draw them very large. Avoid putting lots of text inside the cells and so on. Name them for sure, always BCS. Remember 1600, and there's an O separate also. Don't forget that there is an O. That is the others, whatever, right? So these are separate and O is separate, and this complete is 1600. Okay, now there's no point here saying, can a satellite not belong to any of this? No, you should understand. So the purposes are classified as this. So there's no satellite which is going to be outside this. So all 600 are within. So it won't specify it. But then those are things that you just take along. You can't be just like a very strict thing and say it is not written. So how would I know? You should just think of the context. The ratio is 2:1. So now that's a challenge. So this full thing, yeah, it's not exclusive. This full, this and this. So I don't know the number. So somewhere in my mind, without being too much, I'll just say, hey, listen, this is going to be 2:1:1. So I don't know the number. So I'll just make a note, or else if you can remember it, just leave it. 1. Now, when you do this, small things spoken. Student, it should come to your mind that there's a meaning. It is not just numbers. What that means is, this and this are equal. This is twice of these. So those meanings are important. And that is where I find some people missing out and just reading the words and not understanding that. So these are equal. This is twice. The number of satellites serving all three is 100. Very obvious. Nothing to discuss there. The number of satellites exclusively C, okay, is same as the number of satellites serving exclusively S. So do you see, CAT tries using new languages, and that is why I always tell you, don't learn something like as if this is the only way things can be said or represented. Language skills are very important for CAT exam students. Yeah, so exclusively means that only B, only C, though it's not very difficult, are same. Yeah, the numbers are same. So C and S, C, S, the outside ones, this and this, okay, are same. And it continues and says this number is 30% of those serving exclusively B. Now you need to use this 30%. And the best use of 30% in the most reduced form, students, these are number of satellites, 310. 310 is 30%. So if B was 10A, and remember we take A, B, C, so I would be very bold to take 10A. Instead of B, I'll just say 3A, and instead of C, 3A. So this is, I would boldly write it over that. And pay attention. Over the years, I have migrated from writing overlapping numbers like 2K, 1K, and 1K. I've migrated from that to writing exclusive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 exclusive numbers. Because these exclusive numbers can all be added. These exclusive numbers don't have any dependency. They don't have any parent-child relation. Remember, parent-child relation means a part cannot be more than the whole. Those problems will not occur if you're getting what I'm meaning. So it's not that I've totally abandoned that. When need be, I will obviously switch. Again, the things, yeah, you cannot go to either extremes. In some cases, I'll obviously fall back to using overlapping things, especially when formulas can be written very easily. But knowing how CAT comes in recent years or so on, I've said it's better to write non-exclusive numbers. It's easier that way, right? Okay, so this is also done. And now look, interestingly, the number of satellites serving O. So here comes that part of O. Is same as the number of satellites serving both C and S, but not B. So both means this common area, but not B is this. So this and these are same. Okay, now, so this is same. So now I'm thinking, what do I do? Okay, there is a variable. What I have not 211 1600. So I'll say, okay, let this be B and this is B. Now, done, students, all four are done. And here I will now, get that thought of, array, it's hardly anything I have to work on. That feeling will happen in CAT. Okay, a lot of unstructuredness is going to be there. You're not going to get complete. So you have to depend and you have to go back to what is it that you haven't completely used. You have only written it. So this second iteration is important. First thing is there is 1600. Okay, so 1600, oh, I'm still missing these numbers. I'm still missing these numbers. So if I want to add, so I can add the 16A, 2B, 100, but what about these? Okay, second data is this 211. Now tell me, where do we do 2? So one insight. Now this insight would have made it very easy. The C, this communication is equal to S is what? Surveillance. So what does that mean? It's an insight, yeah. So now remember, now is that eureka moment. Will it strike? Like, I don't know. Yes.
So both the blank spaces will be same.
Perfect. So you know what, now pay attention, because see the fact and see how surreptitiously they have got that in. These two, the complete circles were also given as equal. These are also as equal. And this part is anyways common, no? This part belongs to that also and this also. It's going to be counted there and here. So how are these two circles different? So you know what? Somewhere very, very remote corner of your mind, this can go in somewhere as a unique case where the circles are equal, the only part are also equal, and this so anyways is equal na, for both of them. So if I have, this is the only part. So these are left, they would be equal. And once I have that, then I would be more comfortable in my variable. So 3 variable and all is doable. Yeah, it happens very often. Okay, so this is equal. So that was that insight, students. And once I have that, I've used this 1:1. Two things are left. Now this 2:1. Either use this or this. Both are same. So you know, practically this and this is same. There's no difference over that. So this and this, I have to use that 2:1, and now that 1600 makes sense. So I'll go ahead, I'll finish this off now. It's done. Over the rest all you have used. You have used this 30%. You have used this. There's nothing over here. So the only thing left is 1600 and these ratio. So 10, 13, 16A, there's no other A. Be quick, be nice in your writing. Yeah, 16A, 2B, both of them included 2B. And 2C is that 2C, okay, and the 100. So this 100 I'll take it to the other side, and this will become 1500. Okay, should be neat, clean, and so on, and get used to algebra now. You can reduce by 2, so I would do that. Okay, B plus C is equal to 750. One done, 1600 used up. Now the ratio of 2 and 1 I have to use. So let's write what is 2 parts. Don't expect something very insightful. Okay, unless so do that NA plus 2C plus 100. This is a complete when plus this. And what is this? 3a plus c plus b plus 100. This ratio is 2/1. Cross multiply, do an equation. You are going to get equations, right? By now you can even see the question. So take a pause if you are going right or not right. So if you look at all the questions, must be between, cannot be more than, at least, what is the minimum possible? If at least 100 are serving O, so there's some data extra given. One more question, okay? If they are, this is 1200. So some data will be given in the question also. So out of those three variables, something must be given in the question. And still it says cannot be uniquely determined and so on. So I don't think so. We are way off the track. So I would have to deal with equations. Let's do it. 6a, 10a. There's no other a. So that will become 4a. Okay. 2c, 2c, c, no other c, c get cancelled out. This is a 2b, there's no other b, it comes this side minus 2b. Then a, b, c are done, only constants, 100, 200, that is 100. So I'm left with 2a minus b is a 50. Okay, so I have equation number 1, equation number 2, okay. Keep paying attention, students. Yeah, this is nice now. Yeah, this is nice. There's a lot of value now that can be used in many, many questions, not just this. This will have many integer solutions. Second, solutions are all whole numbers, natural numbers. Satellites cannot be fractions. So be very confident. CAT has asked lots of such things. So this is simply two variable, two equation. Had there been only two of them, no students, I would have very quickly, written those possibilities. Another possibility is 25, 0, this will increase by 1, 26, this will increase by 2, and so on. I would have done that. But now I have another also. And the numbers are big. The other thing is also the numbers are big. Do you see this? Does this have limited solutions? No, there's a minus sign. This has infinite whole number solutions. You can keep going bigger and bigger, right? You can keep going bigger and bigger. So there's a problem. Hence, attention everyone, yeah? New thing coming up, pay attention. So what I'm going to do is, pay attention, there are three variables and two equations, less equations. Equations are less. So I will have infinite solutions. Now these infinite solutions, I'm going to represent a general form. General form means I'll write all of them in terms of any one. This has three variables. I'll start from this. How can I write A in terms of B? Think I'm telling you everything. If I take B that side, 50 plus B divided by 2. That divided by 2 I don't like. Okay, so you should learn that, oh, it's better to write this as the independent variable. So A will remain A. A will remain A. Okay. If it is a little dicey right now, wait for some time. Or say A will take K. What are you substituting now? Now this is for later on. If there's an equation, substitute the one with the coefficient. Then what will B become? Tell me. What is B going to be? Everyone, B is going to become 2K minus 50. Have you got A in terms of K, B in terms of K? B को वहां ले जाओ, ये 50 इधर आ जाएगा. ओ A भी K में मिल गया, B भी K में मिल गया, C भी K में मिल जाएगा. Plug this in here. So tell me 8A is 8K. This is B. 8K plus this 10K minus 50. So C will be what? This 10K goes to the other side, will become a minus 10K. Okay, this was a, what was that? There was a minus 50 goes to the other side, this becomes 800. It's a very nice technique, students. It can be used across algebra. I have done this, for few classes, live classes or so on, I've done. Whenever the number of equations are less than variable, all the variable can be written in terms of any one. So I've written everything in terms of 1. And why am I not writing why I'm not listing down the solution? Listing. Only reason is there are lots of. Hence, I'm writing the general. Now, okay, so one major point, I think, so you should get this. Okay, you should get this major point. Now, what you can do is, you have ABC, everything is known, everything is linked up with K. Okay, point 2, K, 2K, both. If a K increases by 1, this will increase by 2. This is a minus 10K, that is going to go negative, the coefficients. So tell me, what are the values of K? None of them can be negative in set theory. So the limitation, so this K only says positive, anything greater than 0. What does this K tell me? Go ahead. Can this be 0, 1, 2, 3? No. So this is minus 50. So this says K has to be more than equal to 25. You see, if you put a 25, this becomes a 50. 0, B becomes 0. Okay, 0 and so on. So K has to be greater than 25. And what about here? This is a minus 10K. So K has to be less than 80. And this is extreme confidence now. Now I'm very sure. Oh, now I'm very, very sure that I have the set in my bag. Okay. Once you get this, see how easy the questions and everything becomes, right? So I'll just take a pause if anyone has any issues here. So you know what, students, pick such things up. Okay, forget that it is a little methodical and so on. Maybe the sheet in the first time might not look so perfect or so on, but this is what you should get. So I'm going ahead and answering the question. So I'll pick this up. If you have something to ask, doubt, short, discuss, whatever, let me know right away. This is too much of a text, but it's okay. So I'll just take this to the question slide. Okay. Just take this to the question, copy, cut. And we don't need this. Next page, paste, select. So let me just put it up as high as possible so that I have some space. Chalo, let's answer. It's not very difficult. What best can be said about the number of satellites serving C? The question is not yet done. Okay, serving C. C is the full thing. Do not panic. Don't go back. Don't say I messed it up. Anything. Now there's some work done. Do that work. There's nothing. So add this up. So what does C going to be? Let me come here. What is C? Only C or C? Satellite serving C. Okay. 3A plus B plus C plus 100. So C is going to be serving C is 3A plus B plus C plus 100. Go ahead. 3A. Sirf thoda jaldi kar lo. 3K plus 2K, that's 5K, minus 5K. So I get a minus 5K. Okay. And what about constant? There's no constant here. This is a minus 50. This is a plus 800. So that becomes a 750, 750, 850, plus 850. So this is what your serving C is. And do you know the range of K? Yes. So put K as 25. 25 into 5, 125. So that's a minus 125. Subtract a 125 from that. 725. What's the max? 80. 80 into 5, 8 5s are 400. Subtract the 400, 450. So obviously the range is between 725 and 450. I was there in this CAT, right? So these numbers immediately told me, Arey, wow, we have done it. I've done it. Okay, you can't get such accurate numbers. Perfect, right? So once you have this, you know you're on your correct path. Now, what is the minimum possible number of satellites serving B exclusively? After doing such a great job also now, students, I find some people missing these words and messing it up. So B exclusively, what is B? 10A. Only B. Only B is what? 10A. So 10A is what? 10A is 250 to 800. 250 to 800. That's 10A. A is same as K, na? Right? So what is the minimum possible? The minimum possible is 250. Okay. So I'm continuing. I'll erase this. So now it is all downhill. There's nothing once you get this. Okay. So last, if one more learning now, if at least, oh, again, sorry, I don't know, this word is going to play havoc. If at least 100 of these 1600 satellites are serving O. What is O? Oh, so this third question just tells me B is at least 100. Okay, B is at least 100. Oh, so but I don't have B, I have in K. Oh, this should be at least 100. So if this has to be 100, this should be at least 150. If this has to be at least 150, K has to be at least 75. See how, try to do it in your mind. Don't do a lot of math. Even if you want maths, 2K minus 50 is at least 100. So 150, you'll get the same thing, but try to do it in your mind. What can be said about the number of satellites serving S? Where is S now? S here. Oh, so I'll have to do the whole thing again. You don't have a choice, students. Continue. There's a new range. There's a new range. This is given to us. Okay. So S. So rather than waste time, do it now. 3A plus B plus C plus 100. Okay. 3A is 3K, B is 2K, 5K, 5K, and this is, oh, again I get that minus 5K. Right? And let's see the constant, nothing over here. B, that's a minus 50. C is an 800. This becomes 750 plus 850. Oh, so this was the same thing we asked earlier. Oh, this was also C, na? C and S are same. C and S are same. Do you see now that thing should trigger, na? Ki arey yahi to last time bhi aaya tha. Anyways, so what happens now? What is the big deal? The deal is K can be 75 to 80. So if it is 80, it's a very simple number, 400. And what if it is 75? 75 into 5. Another place where, I don't know, 75 into 5, why should one not know? 75 into 4 is 300, 375. So if I subtract the 375, subtract the 400, 450, add a 25. 475 to 400. So at most 475, 475 is at most. Exactly no, at least no. So at most 475. 475 is the maximum, right? So we got it, and we got it pretty well, students. Yeah, there's with not much of a headache or so on, but yes. So I'll tell you, give me a minute. I'll just add one more thing. I'll just finish the last one and then I'll add. If the number of satellites serving at least 2 amongst B, C, and C, BC at least 2, and again, don't forget that word at least, okay? At least 2 is 1200. Now I have a new equation. You know what? I also have B plus 2C plus 100 is 1200. So do I have a new equation? Now look here, students, B plus 2C is 1100. That 100 I've taken from here and the other. What you should now tell, you know, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, you'll get a unique answer. And that is what now you have this K business. Huh? So just put that, you'll get a value of K. Is that needed? I think that is needed. So let's put it. What is B plus 2C? B 2C. 2C is minus 20 and this. So I guess it should be minus 18K. Okay. This and 2C. 2C is 1600 minus 50. 1550. So this is a 1550 is 1100. So let me just finish it off. 18K goes to the other side. This comes on this side, 450. Okay. So K is going to be 48 2s are 36 and 5. So K is 40, 25. Now that you know a single K, everything you know. All values are uniquely determined. So which of the following must be false? Okay, must. The number of satellites serving C cannot be uniquely determined. I can find it. C. I can find it. This is false. And so that is my answer. Yeah, you can save time. Yeah, the number of satellites, this is just for you to trust this one. The number of satellites serving B is more than 1000. Where is B? This. Tell me what is B now going to be? 10A. Now what is A? A is 25. 10A is what? 250. 250 plus 2C. What is 2C? K is 225, not 250. 250 when I subtract, I'll get 550. Oh, 550, that itself will make it more than 1,000. This becomes true. Yeah. All 1,600 satellites serve B, C, or S. Try to find the value of B. Tell me what's the value of B. If 25, this is 25, does B become 0? If B is 0, all of them are serving this. Now you'll trust that much these numbers. The number of satellites serving B exclusively. B exclusively. A is 25, 250. Bingo.